There's been a lot of discussion about the Toyota Prius lately. It's cool now. It has hashtags. This got me thinking though, could you make one of the old Priuses? You know the ones I'm talking about. Could you make one of those cool? So I decided to fire up Blender and find out. I started off with a free Prius model from CG Trader. I'll drop a link to that in the video description. After doing some retopology, I immediately lowered it, because lowering cars always makes them cool. Next up, I started shaping out some fender flares. With those blocked in, I jumped over to the front end and opened up the grille a bit. I had something in mind here, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Then, I headed around back and blocked out a massive wing, because as we know, every front-wheel drive hybrid needs
massive downforce.
I started reshaping the rear bumper, added some flares for bigger exhausts, and then built a big rear diffuser. Now it's time to add some massive exhaust, so you can make all of your neighbors hate you. Honda drivers, you know what I'm talking about. At this point, I decided I was happy with the fender flares, so I decided to move on and detail them with some holes for attachment screws. Then, I went on to finishing the rear bumper and tying it in with the rest of the bodywork. I decided to throw some wide skirts with brake vents on to match the trim pieces and really tie the whole body together. With the body finished up, it was time to move on to wheels. I know, aero wheels are super overdone, especially on CG cars, but I couldn't help myself because I just think they look cool as hell. If you've ever struggled with modeling tires, this is, in my opinion, the easiest method. You make half of your tire tread by starting with a squared off piece with a fair number of subdivisions. Boolean out your tire tread shape, then clean up the geometry a bit, and that's important for a later step. Then, round the edge of the wheel so it's basically a quarter of a section of the tire. Then you mirror it so you basically have both sides, and array it around a circular curve. You hardly have to do any work, and you get a good looking tire in a minute or less. For the headlights, I opted for a simple projector plus halo setup. Super cliche, I know, but it's the easiest way to get something decent looking without totally reworking the sockets for the headlights. I did some simple modeling for the exhaust system, then went back and detailed out the rest of the spoiler. At this point, I was pretty happy with the silhouette, so I moved on to shaders for a bit. One last thing though, can't forget to put a big ass intercooler on it to imply the existence of some big ass turbos. One last detailing pass and I was happy with the car. I probably should have stopped here, but I've been watching a ton of Donut Media videos earlier in the day, so I decided to make a, kind of cursed, to be honest, 3D James Pumphrey to throw into a few of the shots. Viewer discretion might be advised at this part, it's still sort of living in my nightmares. With the cursed specter of 3D James Pumphrey living forever in my head, I decided to take one last look at the car and decided I was happy with it. So how did it turn out? Well, let's take a look. So, what did you think? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you liked the video, give me a like and a follow. I'll be releasing more stuff on a weekly-ish basis. One more thing. I want to give a massive thank you to Megaphonics. He provided all of the music for the section showing off the car. I'll link his channel in the description too. Go and give it a look. Till next time, peace.